We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the plate, right?
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Russell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him. But he makes it all the way to the 6. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Stroud working out of the gun. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with an extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. They start the drive with Peterson. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking middle It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Richardson working from the gun. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They run over center with Peterson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
3rd and 5. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
1st down. Here's the run with Peterson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, Richardson. It's caught. Mitchell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Richardson out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He finds his man complete. That's 22 yards there. First down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And Stroud now to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
They'll give to Peterson out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no call.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Bush on the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll... Do it inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They work now on 2nd and 9. Richardson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Stroud completes this out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down.
And that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Stroud keeps it, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run this one in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here?
Touchdown, Texans! A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Texans have broken the tie. Moody good with an extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
In motion left is Mitchell. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, 55 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will take the lead here, the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 40 now on second down. Richardson. He finds his man complete. That's Holland. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack.
Richardson
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holland.
and he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now Stroud.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 60 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse?
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And some space here. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On 2nd and 10, Stroud, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Richardson
trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
And a great example there of just getting the...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Flushed out right.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He sets to fire deep. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw is Richardson from the gun on 3rd down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line.
Here Richardson yet again.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Richardson looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They go play action with Richardson.
This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And now here's a carry heading left.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stroud out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Richardson. David Ojabo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember throughout my career, the defensive coaches always said, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead. and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. One last shot for Richardson.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next game.